Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to check the Pavo360, a very interesting cinewhoop by BETAFPV built around the Insta360/BETAFPV SMO360 camera. In this quick video I'm going to go over its features and specs, give you my feedback after testing it out, and show you some flight footage. First of all, in terms of packaging, along with the Pavo360, which is available in both analog and digital versions, and with multiple radio receiver options, you are getting some stickers for decorating the cinewhoop, two 850 mAh 3S batteries that are connected in series in order to power it up, and a spare set of GF D76 propellers. Pay attention that the SMO360 camera is not included with the Pavo360, but it is a mandatory component as the Pavo360 is built around it. It will enable you to capture 360 degrees videos without the drone appearing in the footage, so keep in mind that in case you are going to purchase the Pavo360, the SMO360 camera pretty much must be purchased as well. As for its specs, the Pavo360 features 2204 2400 kV motors, an all-in-one F7 flight controller that has an integrated 35A BLLES 4-in-1 ESC. It's using two XT30 battery connectors which are connected in series, which means that this is a 6S setup. The batteries are placed inside the battery compartments on the sides of the drone, so they are not going to be visible in the flight footage of the SMO360 camera. In addition, on the bottom of the quadcopter, you can find a pin that is connected to a user-controlled motor. Its purpose is to protect the bottom of the SMO360 camera, so you can unfold it whenever you are taking off or landing, and you can fold it using an auxiliary switch, so this pin is not going to appear just like the batteries on the flight footage of the SMO360 camera. As for the frame, its wheelbase is 170 mm and it features a slightly wide X pattern. The thickness of the bottom unibody carbon fiber plate is 3 mm. The thickness of the top plate is 1.5 mm. The motors and propellers are protected inside a reinforced plastic shell, and on the sides of the quadcopter you can find foam bumpers. Without the SMO360 camera and the batteries, the Pavo360 weighs 334.7 grams. Including the bundled batteries, it weighs 487.1 grams, and the total weight, including the batteries and the SMO360 camera, is 544.2 grams. As for setting up the Pavo360, first, before placing the SMO360 camera on the center of the drone, connect the micro USB connector of the flight controller to your computer in order to set it up. Here is a quick overview of the Betaflight settings, which are as always linked down below. The Pavo360 is pre-tuned for you, and pay attention that in order to assign an auxiliary switch for controlling the landing gear, you will need to enable expert mode, and then you'll be able to define it under the servo tab. In addition, you'll need to bind the radio receiver with your radio controller, make sure that it is working properly under the radio receiver tab on Betaflight, and define your favorite flight modes. Now, in case you have the digital version, I recommend to check whether the Vista unit is activated or not before installing the SMO360 camera, because just like the micro USB connector of the flight controller, the USB Type-C connector of the Vista is going to be blocked by the SMO360 camera. On my case, it came pre-activated, but still I recommend to check it before installing the camera. As for installing the SMO360 camera, first remove this carbon fiber plate by unscrewing these 4 M2 hex screws. Then, after placing a micro SD card inside the micro SD card slot of the SMO360 camera, place it inside the center of the Pavo360 quadcopter in the following manner. Make sure that it is properly aligned and the JST connector of the camera is close to this JST connector, which is used for powering it up. Finally, after carefully connecting the JST connector to the SMO360 camera, secure it inside the Pavo360 using the carbon fiber plate and 4 hex screws. Now, after this quick introduction, the next thing that I've done is to head outdoors and test the Pavo360. In terms of flight time, you can expect between 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how you fly, using the included 3S 850 mAh batteries, which is, in my opinion, pretty good, considering that this is a relatively heavy setup. As for flight performance, I think that the Pavo360 is suitable mainly for cruising around, and in my opinion, this quadcopter is going to be mainly suitable for content creators and for people who don't really care about the price of their setup, as the combination of both quadcopter and SMO360 camera is pretty expensive and will cost you around $900. So this quadcopter is definitely not going to be for everybody, but if you are looking for a setup that is going to enable you to capture some very interesting and unique footage, it is something that you might want to check out. Anyway, that's going to do it for my quick review of the BETAFPV Pavo360 drone. And by the way, in case you'd like to learn more about the SMO360 camera, you can check out my review in this link over here. Now I'm going to wrap up this video with some flight footage. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications bell if you're not already subscribed. See you on my next videos, and goodbye.